Hi guys, I'm going to show you how to fold your 3D star. So the first step is taking your square sheet of white paper. You're going to fold it in half so that the top edge and the bottom edge are aligned. When you're doing this then, your folded half or your folded edge should be right here. Your open flaps are the parts that aren't folded are up top. So now that you've made your rectangle, I'm going to label my corners just to explain to you a little bit better. You don't have to do this, okay? So again, folded part down here. I'm gonna take the corner D, so this corner, and I'm gonna fold it so that this corner ends up halfway between A and B. So if I look halfway between there, it's about right here. And I'm gonna take this corner D down here, and I'm gonna line that corner up, again, halfway between, and then I'm gonna make a nice sharp fold. I'm gonna fold it sharp that way and that way. We want a really nice sharp point down here when we're folding, and that'll be for every step. You wanna make sure you have a nice sharp fold down here. So now I'm gonna take corner B, and I'm gonna fold this corner over top of this line. So I'm gonna fold it kind of right along that line. So I'm gonna fold it till it touches there, and then make it go over. And again, make sure you have a nice sharp point down there. So now that that fold is done, so you should have lines right down here on your paper. The next fold, we're gonna take this long side and we're gonna fold it so that it touches this side. So again, I'm gonna fold this side till it touches this side. I'm gonna sound like a broken record, but again, keep a nice sharp point down there. That's just gonna make your star look a lot nicer. Now we are done with our folding. And so if you needed to rewatch that again to make sure you folded it right, that's fine. Now we're gonna get ready to make a cut. So this technically is not origami because it involves a cut. True origami is the art of folding paper and folding alone. This is called shirigami because we are gonna add one cut to our folding. And so that cut is gonna be made, so you should kind of have like a cone shape here. So it's a point, and then this part right here should have a fold on it. So there should be kind of a line there. I'm gonna do the corner here, underneath where that line is, and then from where this folded line is, I'm gonna look halfway between this and my bottom point. So if I look halfway between there, it's about here, and I'm gonna bring that down a little bit. So I'm gonna go below halfway. So you can mark that with your pencil, and if you want to with your pencil, just kind of make a little dashed line between these two dots. You can do that. Now you're gonna cut that. So when you cut this, you can put that on the edge of your desk and throw it away at a later time. When you unfold the part that you have left, you should have a 3D star. Now some of you say, Mrs. Imler, my star is a little bit uneven. It's not quite perfectly symmetrical. That's okay. That might just be a small error in folding, not a big deal. Some of you might also say, my star's really not popping up out of the page yet. That's because we haven't folded it to do that. So you should still see all of your fold lines, but we will make it kind of stand out at a little bit later step. So the next step, you're gonna take your pack of markers and you're gonna take your black one, and we're gonna outline all of the fold lines. What this is gonna do, it's gonna divide our star into sections, and it also is going to, when we fold it, make our folds stand out. I always think it's easier to do a straight line if I'm pulling my marker towards me. And so I would recommend that you turn your star, and that way you can pull the marker towards you. Like I said, it's just easier to get a straight line. I'm gonna have one more. From here, you are going to color and decorate your star. Some of these sections, you might do a pattern. Some of them, you might do a plain color and color in the entire section. I'm gonna finish this one and then show you the result. All right, guys, so now I have my star colored. I did some solid sections, I did some pattern sections. I tried to use a different pattern in each of them. It's up to you. If you wanna do all different solid colors, that's fine. If you wanna do yours all patterns, that's fine. I did a solid one, and then beside it I used the same color to do a pattern, and I tried to think of different patterns. But again, it is up to you. Just do it nice and neat. When you are finished coloring your star, You're gonna get your black square sheet of paper and a white colored pencil. You're gonna sit your star on your black square sheet of paper, and I'm just gonna use my white colored pencil and I'm gonna lightly outline where my star is. This is gonna help us with the next few steps, so try to take your time and do it as well as you can. One thing you might want to remember is what color you had at the top, because in case when you folded your star is a little bit uneven, it's going to help you in further steps if you remember. So I'm going to remember that I had my pink part of my star at the top of my black paper. Now I'm going to use this white colored pencil, and you are going to choose a song, a school appropriate song, a song that you enjoy that has no swear words in it. And we're gonna kind of cross a music and art lesson together. You are gonna write the lyrics of your favorite song or a school appropriate song that you know in this black sections behind our star, and that's gonna create our background. This is an art piece that should be all about you. It should be a song that you enjoy, colors that you enjoy, so that way when you're done you have something you're really proud of. So for this example, I am doing a song that I just think everybody's gonna know, and so I'm gonna do Don't Stop Believing. Using your best handwriting, I'm going to start the lyrics here, and then when I get to my star, I'm just going to continue them on this side. I will keep doing that the whole way down my paper until I get to here even, and I'm going to keep going over there. The only tricky part is when you get down to the bottom, whatever you do here, you're going to continue in the middle and on this side. So it all starts. Just a small town girl. I won't sing for you, that was just a joke. So I hit my star, and I will keep going. Living in a lonely world. And then it keeps going. She took. And I would just keep going until it looks something like this. When you are doing this, use your best handwriting. If you are good at cursive, go for it. If you want to do all caps and write it kind of block style, that's fine. If you just want to write it in your normal handwriting, it is your choice. Do it neatly. And so you can look up the lyrics of your song on Google. If you're not sure if the song you like has a swear word in it, look it up, and if it does, don't use it. When you get done with this part, you are going to start using the chalk color that you picked. So I chose like a pink chalk, and what I'm going to use it for is to outline the edges of my star. When I'm doing this, so that should be right over top of that white star outline you already did. When I'm using this chalk, I'm going back and forth because I'm trying to build up a little bit of the kind of chalk dusty color. Okay, so now that I have it erased, I'm going to take my finger and I'm just going to brush it outwards. Is it going to cover up a couple of your words? Maybe, but all art tends to overlap. All good art, I should say. It's just going to make this more interesting. So I'm just going to keep brushing this out away from the star. And there is my chalk outline. It's going to kind of make it look like your star is glowing. If you have any extra dust, you can kind of take it and tap it off onto the floor. So I did that. And our last step is going to be folding our star and gluing it down. I should mention, if your hands are dusty, obviously you can go wash them. Use the automatic sink so we don't have to sanitize the sink handle on my other one between every person. So just go ahead, you can use the automatic sink, wash your hands, dry them, and that color should be given to you by the substitute. So if you decided you want a different color, just raise your hand and they would be glad to bring you a new one. So now we're on to refolding our star. So what I'm going to do on every long line, you are going to do in the origami world what's called a mountain fold. So you can see that I folded it so the black line's at the top and it creates like a mountain peak. So I'm just going to turn this and keep folding it. along the long black lines to make those mountain folds. This one's being a little squirrely. Okay. Then, on the short black lines, I'm going to do what we call a valley fold. So it's going to go the opposite way. So that the colored part, it's like a V in a valley. So I'm going to keep going around on the short black lines and doing, again, what they call in the origami world, a valley fold. Right? When you do that, your star should start to stick up a little bit. Okay? Remember, so mine didn't fit entirely perfectly in there. That's because my pink one was at the top. Now it should fit a lot better. Your star should be kind of standing up. So now, once you realize or remember which part goes at the top, on the back of your star, you're going to put a dot, not a mountain, a dot of glue on each end, or on each tip of your star. And then when you fold it over, I always like to do one last fold before I touch it down. So I'm going to do that one. I like to do one last fold, touch that one down, one last fold, touch that one last fold, finally this one. And my star definitely, you can definitely see, is three-dimensional. It's sticking way out of my paper. You might have to wash your hands again. That's okay. Again, use the automatic sink. This project is then finished, and you can take this with you today. It should be dry enough by the time you leave class to take it with you. If you get done early with this project and there's still time in the period, you have three options. Number one, in the same red folder on Schoology, you can watch a how to draw video and draw along with it. And you can draw in your sketchbook if you brought it. If you forgot it, shame on you, but ask for a sheet of paper and we'll give you one to you. Number two, if you're done early, you can obviously draw anything of your choosing in your sketchbook. And number three, if those two options aren't appealing, you can do a coloring page or an extreme dot to dot from my desk. And just a reminder, you can take this with you. If yours turned out really awesome and you want me to see it, take a picture of it and I will look at it when I come back. Have a great day.